Bow, hello good folks of YouTube and welcome back to more WWE Universe Mode. In the last episode we had a Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and if you have not watched that pay-per-view yet, pause the video right now, because you will be spoiled about the outcome from all the matches that happened on the Raw side in this episode. And without further ado, let me welcome you all to Mr. Money in the Bank. Dean Ambrose is here, and he defied the odds and picked up that briefcase. And what a hellacious match it was for him to get it. He went through 7 other men in order to get that, and with some interferences here and there from both the Balor Club and Baron Corbin. But that is not why he is here. He has the briefcase in hand, and now he is calling for a microphone. I did it. This son of a bitch from Cincinnati, Ohio is your Mr. Money in the Bank. And so, the thought on everyone's mind: when will the lunatic cash in? And honestly, I don't know. Might be today, might be tomorrow, could be after SummerSlam, could be after WrestleMania. All just depends on the mood of the day. But I do recommend that Finn always looks to the left, then to the right, then to the left, and then twice over his shoulder before crossing the road next time. Because you never know when you have an unwanted shadow looming over you. But what I do know is that I am excited, and when I am excited I want to fight. So for tonight the question remains: who will feel this lunatic's excitement? It could be my friend, my she-brother, my real brother, Roman Reigns, a man that I absolutely will cross paths with sooner rather than later, but probably not tonight. Or maybe the man that sort of gave me the briefcase, Baron Corbin. And I stain that fucker, but I have no wish to drag my mood down tonight. So I will avenge my brother another day. Nah, tonight I want Finn. The shadow is breathing down your neck, Finn. So let's see how good your demon actually is. Oh, wait, hang on. This is no Finn Balor. This is Kevin Owens. The man that, well, you could say he had the biggest hill to climb in order to get into the match. And when he got there, it looked like he was about to win. When Luke Gallows from the Balor Club came in, took down Owens, and Carl Anderson wreaked havoc on the rest of the field. So you can imagine that Kevin Owens is not in a good mood today. He feels he should have won it. He'll probably have some words of a piece of his mind, if you want, to give to Dean Ambrose. No. I have fought way too hard against this corrupt management, so you are not about to throw away my briefcase just like that. You talk about Corbin handing you that match? From where I'm standing, the match should have ended with me holding that briefcase, and it would have done so if The Rock didn't cash in his Balor Club favor in order to stop me from grabbing that briefcase. So if you're so excited about winning, let me bring that party crashing down by claiming the property you are currently borrowing. I mean, you're correct that you were screwed, but I honestly think that your angle lies elsewhere. So we're not gonna have this psychiatric evaluation here in the ring tonight. So if you want, you can take your grievances to the office of The Rock. Or, you know, maybe even better, you can go and bring the fight to the people that actually screwed you and let me handle my business in this ring and become the Universal Champion. Oh, they will get their share. Don't you worry about that, Dean. But tonight, I will settle by just beating you one-on-one, mano a mano. I did it for weeks upon weeks in order to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And now I just have to be one more opponent. And if you are half the man that you say you are, you will put that briefcase on the line. Oh, so that's how it's going to be, huh, big boy? You want to fight? I'll give you a fucking fight. That means I want to hear you bitching about some big conspiracy against you each and every single time you step out there. I will be glad to pull that tongue out of your mouth. Oh, well, hey. Things are getting out of hand inside the ring, and who better man to come out than our general manager, The Rock himself, the Brahma Bull. That, Kevin Owens has for weeks now said that there's some kind of conspiracy against him, that The Rock is trying to deliberately push him down. And, he still is the man to make the matches around here. Gentlemen, let's try and cut down on the profanities here in this show, shall we? Okay? We're still civil men in this ring, aren't we? We're not savages. And last time I checked, I'm still in charge of making the matches. And you guys will not compromise the integrity of that briefcase by fighting over it like some kids in the playground. Though, you will both be in action tonight. The actions of Balor Club last night were despicable and must be answered to. And they were despicable in more ways than one. Not only did they almost destroy the Money in the Bank ladder match with their interference, they hospitalized Cesaro for possibly months. He will be missing months of action because of what the attack they did after that match. So there will be hell to pay tonight for them. And that is why I have arranged for the main event tonight to be the Good Brothers versus Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. Oh, and before any of you start complaining about this is not what you wanted, this is not giving you the opportunities you want, let me just say that if you guys win tonight, the next week there will be a triple threat for the Universal Championship. Now I recommend you going to the back, getting a warm-up ready. You want to bring your A game for this match. Well. Would you look at that? We have the main event of the evening planned out already. But that is later on in the show. Before we get there, we have some tag team action going on. A reminder that the American Alpha is still your Raw Tag Team Champions, but two people that feel they have started to become overlooked. They sent a statement in the first week of action they were in against the Golden Truth by beating them to a pulp after the match, after they won that match. But these two men, the Ascension, they lust for more. They want a shot at those titles more than anything else. And who is in their way? Well, it's none other than the man the American Alpha beat in order to become the inaugural Raw Tag Team Champions. It is Big E can introduce them better than anyone else. It's the New Day. Yes, it is. And these men, well, they haven't really gotten off to the start that they wished. They are one of the most decorated team in WWE history. But during this season of Universe Mode, they haven't really been able to get off, put the gas pedal to the metal. They have struggled to get momentum. I mean, they were in that match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. But after that, well, things haven't gone too well for them. So hopefully they can bring back some momentum by defeating the Ascension here tonight. And it's going to be Connor of the Ascension starting against Big E, the muscles of the group. And here we go. The Ascension with a chip on their shoulder, the New Day wanting to start building up some momentum in order to hopefully challenge for the tag team titles again soon. But before that happens, we have a house fight right here. We have meat slapping meat. Right now there's some test of strength inside the corner. Was a clean break the first time, but will Iron Man take advantage right now? Yes! Connor with a right hand and goes straight into the midsection and clubbers him down with that big upper arm of his. And now he brings Big E up just like nothing, but Big E drops that away and hits him. And now he's getting fired up. I will say that the tag team division here on the Raw side, it hasn't really gotten off to the biggest start that I would hope. I mean, they have some of the best talent this industry has ever seen. Again, just clubbers Big E down. He's being manhandled by Connor at the moment. But see, ever since American Alpha actually managed to defeat the New Day to become the first champions, we haven't really seen that much of them. We saw them teaming with Cesaro in order to take on the Balor Club a while back, unsuccessfully beating them. But for the time being, we haven't really seen the fight for the tag team title. So I'm glad that we finally see a bit more of what the tag teams has to bring to the table. Beautiful double team maneuvers from the New Day right there. And now Kofi Kingston, quick jab, being tired of Victor shouting in his ear that he needs to hot tag from Connor. Now Kofi Kingston is back in the driver's seat, but that doesn't last for long as Connor uses some of his agility as well. He's power plus speed. He's kind of a Big E in that regards. And now here comes Victor, the more technical gifted. I would say if we were to compare him to a New Day member, I will say Victor is more of a Xavier Wood of the group. As you can see, the audience being more than happy of witnessing some great tag team action here to kick off Monday Night Raw this week. We did not see any tag team matches for the Raw Tag Team Championship at Money in the Bank last night. And like I said, if you haven't watched that show yet, yes, you just got spoiled that Dean Ambrose is the Money in the Bank briefcase holder and Finn Balor is your Universal Champion, hospitalizing Cesaro last night. Despicable actions were done by the Balor Clubs, and if you haven't seen it, I do recommend going and watching. It is on the YouTube channel, YouTube MPO Crusader, and there it will be. And it will have timestamps for where everything happens. So if you want to watch a particular match, you can go there and you can press whatever match you want to see. It was a great show, some great actions. And we saw titles change hands. We saw briefcase holders being crowned. We found out the new #1 contender for the Women's Championship. So if you haven't watched that yet and don't want to be spoiled on that, in that regards, do go and check that out. As Kofi Kingston now finally manages to fight a little bit back out. DDT's Connor. This is opportunity. Can he get to Big E? A little bit dazed. And he figure out that he will go for the New Day. Boom. Drop. Just like that. And now, is that enough to bring Connor away? He's a little bit too close to the corner. And Victor can go in there and take him out. Now Big E comes in for the save. Victor with a forearm into the face. And now he runs straight into Kofi Kingston. And Connor as well dropping and dodging the hits. And now just one gut punch and down goes Kofi Kingston. And what's going on now? Connor's on the outside. Oh no, that's a foreign weapon. That will be a disqualification if he hits Kofi Kingston with that, and the referee sees and he takes it away from him, saying, "Nah, you are not about to become disqualify yourself." And that small distraction could have been enough for Kofi to be able to wake up again, but no. Still Connor in the driver's seat. You saw there that there's a little bit about the conflicting thing in the mind of Ascension is. They want to win by any means necessary. We saw them absolutely annihilate the Golden Truth for about a month ago. Actually more than a month ago right now. But right now they still luster. They haven't gotten what they think they deserve. They haven't gotten their opportunities. So they continue to send the messages. But right now it still has not been able to put the New Day away. If you talk about experience, you would say that the New Day should have an easy match here against the Ascension. The Ascension hasn't really done that much. Have never really been able to get the upper hand, get the momentum they want. And Kofi showing why. One mistake is all it took, and now Kofi can finally get to his corner, and in comes Big E Langston. And now he can just showcase his strength. He has been on the sideline for so long. He has all the juice left in him, but that wasn't enough, and Connor barely kicking out at 2. And now just gets him in the rest hold, wearing Connor down even more. He knows that Big E knows that he has the more energy out of the two of them. But Connor, he still springs to life. He manages to get back up, and now he drops some elbows into the gut of Big E, and the Mongolian chops kick into the midsection, clubbers. And now Connor, a lot of energy has been taken out of him, dropped down to a knee, but now brings Big E back up, and he's gonna get him to the corner. Some tags in Victor now, and they are ready. They are lining him up and come rushing in. Double shoulder tackle, and down goes Big E. Limp carcass of a man lies there on the ground. But like I said, too fresh. Not enough damage has been inflicted, and that was from the 1 count. And what is Victor doing? He's rolling back out, trying to get for another weapon. Basically, gets the better way of things. I see the chair. I'm gonna go for the chair instead. You can just see him. He's thinking about it. Goes for it. Oh, but the referee though. Referee goes there, takes the chair out of him, and that was just enough. And Big E, up he goes and drops him. Huge, massive power bomb. And he's gonna show, oh, you think you're the technical one? Well, I'm gonna show you. I know some submission of my own. Gets him in the Boston Crab. Victor manages to slide slowly but steadily forward, and he gets to the rope, and he has to call it off. And pushes him back down. Can Victor get some offense? He now drops him with a Lou Taz press. Went for the chair earlier, that backfired on him, but right now he wants to get back in the driver's seat, try to go for the midsection, but instead get mapped with a tricep meat. And now into the corner he goes, and now it's their turn to do some double team maneuver. He brings him down. Kofi Kingston's on the top and stomps over the chest. Connor, he has the attention of the referee, and the referee don't see the count. Now it does, but it takes a mighty long time to get over there, and Victor can easily kick out of 0.78 and misses with a kick. Now Victor, he has now the prime opportunity to close this. Kofi is still wear down, as you can see. He rolls back to the outside. Not a place you want to be when Victor rolls around. And oh no, he gets a hold of Francesca. Woods, do something. Who knew? Who knew that Victor was such a musician? Look at that. Here, see again. He just shouts and played the trombone like it's no other business. But the referee's down! Referee's down! And a chair! And a chair into Big E! Kofi Kingston just got hit with a chair. He's knocked into the next week. Down he goes. Down he goes. Whipped into the corner for extra measure. Wearing him down even more. Make him extend even more. And she tags in Connor. And you know what comes now. They're lining him up. We've seen this before. Fall of man. Fall of man. And count to 1,000,000. The Ascension just defeated the New Day. What? The Ascension, I repeat, the Ascension just defeated the New Day. I can't believe what we just witnessed. I can't believe what we just witnessed. No time to dwell on that though, because we're moving along. We are going to have ourselves a little old match in a mini tournament of sorts. As it will be, as you can see, the New Day has remained outside of here, as it's time for Goldust versus Xavier Woods. And why is there a match between Xavier Woods and Goldust, you might say? That's because of that tweet from Prince Pretty right there. He talked to The Rock for a minute and he wanted more competition. And he said, well, there's so many talented guys here, so I'm gonna give 4 of them an opportunity with a mini tournament. It will be Xavier Woods versus Goldust this week, and next week we do not know the participants just yet, but they will also face off. The winner of that match will face the winner of this match the week after that, the 3rd week of July, and then the 4th week of July. Remember, there's a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view this month. Not the Raw guys won't have a pay-per-view until SummerSlam, but on the 4th week of July, that is when Tyler Breeze will face the winner of this mini tournament of sorts. As you can just see, we'll start off with some nice chain wrestling right here, between the more experienced yet still in his prime Goldust versus Xavier Woods. Like I said earlier, the technician of the New Day. The New Day now just getting their senses back after being hit with chairs, after losing that previous tag team match against the Ascension. They still don't know what exactly hit them, but they know that they weren't victorious. And now Goldust goes up to the second rope and he drops the knee over the forehead of Xavier Woods. What will that win say? The New Day, if my recollection is correct, the New Day is 0-2 in tag team competition in this universe mode. They have not been able to do anything as of yet, and now Goldust brings Xavier Woods up and flapjacks him down to the ground. As the more slow, methodical pace of Goldust wearing down the younger Woods. He knows that if he's gonna have a chance here, he needs to pace this correctly. He needs to wear him down, and by some sort of submission maneuver, stretching the calves of Woods. That might be one way. Woods, agile as ever, he could easily be taken out with a maneuver like that and drops him into the bridge. Probably not going to get the victory with that, but that's just for him to get a few seconds to rest. And as these guys continue to wrestle on, we will take a quick commercial break. That's right, today's episode is brought to you by Polarities, made by myself and the rest of the talented people in the Overscope crew. This is a high-paced, action-packed local multiplayer brawler with a twist. Cause you don't battle with hand-to-hand combat or violent weapons, no. In this game you use your magnetic powers to push or pull your opponent out of the map. And with a stunning blend of 2D and 3D art and a superb soundtrack, this is the perfect game to bring to parties or rainy days when you just want some quick fun. So grab your best friends and even crazy Aunt Martha, throw them in the couch and give them a controller. Then go to war using everything from magnetic sentries to magnetic durians in order to gain victory. All this can be yours for a low price of $3.99. As we are back and Woods still managed to be in the driver's seat right now. They've been going back and forth. Goldust has been slowing the pace way down, and Woods now finally has been able to get back in the driver's seat. These plans with a facebuster, this could be it, but the truth, look at that, that is his teammate right there, going in there to distract the referee. And you know, Xavier was not going to take too lightly for that after the Ascension manages to get a dirty up on his brethren earlier tonight. He is having none of it right now as he takes out the R-Truth, but that gave Goldust enough time to go in here and plants him down. 2, and this could be enough, but that was so close. Look at this. I believe this is the golden age. And he planted him down with a golden age. And 1, a 2, and not a 3, unfortunately. Just, yeah. And now, Woods. He managed to get out of the worst one. Can he now hit it? He goes down. Beautiful splash. R-Truth can do nothing but say, oh my god, what was that? And I agree with him wholeheartedly. What was that? It was a splash, but not enough splash to get the victory. As he now goes up top yet again. And no, once again he's going over to Truth and drops 12-6. And R-Truth is not loopy. He's out of it. And now he can hit his maneuver. Lost in the woods. A short-ranged lost in the woods. But they were not able to capitalize on it. And that might be the biggest mistake of Xavier's in-ring career. As he was not able to roll over and pin Goldust. And now he gave him the best shot he had, and now our Goldust can once again just go to town, slowly and steadily take him down. Short suplex right there. And now hits him in the face, has him behind the back, and yet again that beautiful suplex. That I don't remember the name of that exact suplex. But right now, the final cut might be imminent. He has him up, brings him in. Oh, but Woods saw it coming. He dodged a bullet. He dodged a DDT. He brought him down. And now, can he do it? Can he do it? He says he's ready for it. The crowd is ready for it. As he once again is hoping to roll through and plant Goldust. New Day. And flips him over with that rolling clothesline. Just like that, this match is over. And so incredibly close. As that rolling clothesline was not enough to bring Goldust to a halt. And now he comes flying. See that? Goldust didn't know where it was at. He still don't know where it's at, as he just rolled out of the ring. He's knocked into Wednesday, and Woods misjudged the length, and it drops straight in front of Goldust, and now Goldust smell blood, throws him over the barricade actually. Woods still manages to get to the feet and back into the arena. Won't be counted out. That will be an anticlimactic end to this epic battle we're witnessing right now. This is what the championships mean here in the WWE. They go balls to the walls in order to win. As a count of 5, Goldust. A count of 6, Goldust is more than happy to get a victory by count out. Count of 7 as Woods start to stir. Count of 8 now. This is getting really close. Count of 9, and Woods barely manages to slip through. Buck up Map with an elbow, brushes it off. But now Goldust again. Kick into the temple of Mr. Austin Creed. And now Goldust, he feels as he is one final cut away. And he wants Woods to get back up on his feet. No, Woods, there's still life. There's still life. The opportunity of his lifetime lost in the woods this time. This time. He don't fall to the ground. He has the energy. He managed to flip the arm properly around now to get the all of the lost in the woods. As he doesn't quite know where he is still. But the count of the 2 and count of the 3. And Xavier Woods advances to the final of this mini tournament. He is one match away from challenging for the United States Championship. We talked about how the New Day as a tag team hasn't been able to get going in this universe mode. But wouldn't it be so sweet if Xavier Woods was the one to capture gold by beating Tyler Breeze? And speaking of capturing gold, last week, before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we saw the return of this man right here, Mr. Golden Standard, Shelton Benjamin, as he took on Tyler Breeze in a United States Open Challenge. He was not victorious, but he showed the entire world that he hasn't dropped a beat when it comes to the in-ring abilities of Shelton Benjamin. Wow, it has been many long years since I've been able to stand in a WWE ring. And let me tell you, it feels incredible. Mind you, last week was not a one-shot blink and you missed me match. No. Last week was a statement. I came back to the WWE for one reason and one reason only: to face the best this industry have to offer. Shelton Benjamin is and always will be associated with being the golden standard inside and outside these ropes. And I know that given one more opportunity, that United States Championship will be around my waist once again. So Tyler, you hold on to that belt for a little bit longer, and I know that we will once again have a match for the record books. This time, results going to be flipped, mind you. Alright, a man that also looking to make an impact still quite early on here in this universe mode, Mr. Titus O'Neil. He hasn't been doing a lot lately, but you know, with this mini tournament for the United States Championship, you know that he's probably doing some lobbyism in the back, trying to get into the match with the consent of The Rock. What do he have to say to the newly returned Shelton Benjamin? Let's find out. Man, is it good to see you again, Sheldon. So, let me be the first one to formally welcome you back home to Monday Night Raw. And let me also be the first one to tell you the hard truth of the state of this brand at the moment. We are bigger, better, and hungrier than ever before. And the amount of talent we have in the back is unheard of. So, I am sorry to have to break this to you, buddy, but it's not as easy to demand a championship opportunity now as it once were back in your glory days. And that means that even a legend of the business such as yourself have to get to the back of the line. Thanks for the warm welcome, buddy. But you forget one thing. When I get going, there ain't no stopping me. And I will be back in the US title picture. And I hope you don't got a problem with that, Mr. Worldwide. Because I deal with my problems head on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some other things I need to be attending. Well, if that wasn't a statement, I don't know what is. And Titus is correct. The amount of talent that is in the back here, not only in the Raw locker room but on SmackDown as well, it is one of the largest and most talented group of people we've ever had. This parallels the glory days of this industry. And speaking of the glory days, this man was a part of some of them as well, though only a rookie at the time. Ranndy Orton, unsuccessful in the Money in the Bank ladder match last night, but he came oh so close, only stopped by being taken out by, I don't remember whom at the moment, but he got taken out with a finisher. I think it might actually have been Dean Ambrose, but I'm a little bit fussy about that. But all I know is that he's going to face another one that was in the Money in the Bank ladder match tonight. And that man is the showstopper himself. He is awesome. He is the superstar known as The Miz. And The Miz, well, he came oh so close yesterday as well. But heated little rivalry actually with Dean Ambrose during the match. They continuously attack one another with Dolph Ziggler in the fray as well. That little feud that they started there was the thing that ultimately caused The Miz. So he hopes that he can get some retribution by defeating the Apex Predator Ranndy Orton tonight. Though that is easier said than done when you have a business such as Ranndy in the ring. And here we go. You know The Miz is looking for an opportunity to show his worth. He defeated Tyler Breeze a couple of weeks ago in order to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. That, in my opinion, that gives him another shot at that United States Championship, as The Miz takes a little breather, goes out and talks with his wife Maryse on the outside, the ever so beautiful Maryse. Talking some strategy. So Maryse, you can see there, she's happy for him. Ranndy Orton comes closer, Miz drops back down. Stalling for time. Pandering to the crowd, you know, don't want to do that, but you have Ranndy Orton in the back in a straight right hand, almost breaking the wrist of Ranndy. But now he can do whatever he wants with The Miz. Probably not what The Miz wanted when he first went out there, now being whipped into the barricade. Ranndy has a chip on his shoulder. He is not in a good mood today. And you do not want to play with the snake when it's angry. Candle 6 though, Maryse blocking the way of Ranndy Orton. He has to go up to the top rope actually and jumps down. And that gives The Miz the opening that he needs in order to go on the hunt. Just like that beautiful neckbreaker from The Miz. Stomps all over the midsection, now into the face. Vicious attack from The Miz. dropping an elbow as well. You know that this is one of the game plans that Maurice and the Mist had. Take some damage, taunt him, get Ranndy to the outside, and now beautiful that lariat in the corner. We've seen the Mist do that ever so often, and yet another neck breaker. That is what the Mist is good for, just classical, technical, vicious wrestling as he jumps down jawbreaker like that. Really targeting the neck and the head area, you know, setting up for a skull crushing finale. A move that has brought him so many victories. And now also going for the leg, setting up for the figure 4 that was handed down to him by Ric Flair himself. Now it's Ranndy Orton's time to taunt the crowd. He's getting comfortable. He knows exactly what he wants. And you know that that little mini tournament for the United States Championship, you know that both of these guys could be looking to get into the match next week, but we just have to wait. Hang on, I'm getting words on the air. Yeah. And just before I announce that, you can see the Miz deep arm dragging Ranndy Orton down. Now it's his turn to taunt Ranndy. But I just got words that Shelton Benjamin will not be in the tournament match next week. Beautiful from the Miz right there. He will not be in that week. I just got word from The Rock that he had got his shot and now he's at the back of the line, just like Titus talked about. So he will not be in that tournament, so he has to work himself back up. And I'm also getting word that Titus is going to be in that match against Kalisto. So it is official. Next week, the second of that match in the mini tournament, the second semi-final, will be Titus O'Neil versus Kalisto, where the winner faces Xavier Woods the next week for a shot at the United States Championship as the Miz gets clotheslined over the top rope. And who knows, whoever wins that match between Tyler Breeze and the winner of the tournament, one of these men might be waiting. Though both of these men could have claimed that they should be the next in line to receive a title shot for Finn Balor's Universal Championship. All that we have to just wait and see what things transpires. We have plenty of weeks until count 6 now. Just keep count of that. We have plenty of weeks until we reach SummerSlam. We are 7 weeks away. 8 actually. 7, 8 weeks, give or take. Count of 8 now. Ranndy is being dizzy. Not count of 9. Count of 9, and he gets back in just as the referee was about to count for 10. He gets back in there, and the Miz missed with a drop kick, and now he's going to be paying with a draping DDT. Down goes the Miz. And now if Ranndy wasn't angry enough from not winning last night, you almost count him out. That's just gonna make him even more angry. Knee into the temple as well. The Miz might be knocked out. The Miz might be knocked loopy, but not loopy enough as he kicks out at 2.83. Russian leg sweep, down goes Ranndy. And now the Miz can once again try and get back in here. This has been back and forth. After one maneuver from the other, they counter and hit them with another one. And now the Miz, he weakened the legs earlier in the match. And now Orton has to crawl towards the bottom rope. The referee is actually in the way. I'm not sure why the referee isn't moving out of the way. But there they are, and Ranndy crawls, and Ranndy crawls, and Ranndy crawls, and he gets to the bottom rope at last. Now the Miz He's getting frustrated. His tactics doesn't work, and if I don't know if the tactic was to anger Ranndy Orton, I think he's done it. And now he wants to skull crush finale. He wants to end it right now. And he fools Ranndy, fools everyone, brings him down, and now that DDT of his own. Not a draping one, but just as vicious as the last. And Orton manages to get the shoulder up. The Miz cannot believe what he just witnessed. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. And oh no! He's calling for the RKO of his own. MKO! The Miz knockout! And that wasn't enough. I was dumbfounded. That could have been enough. And that would have been crazy. But instead now the Miz wants some words with the referee. He still thinks that I should have been free. He's just now realizing how close he got to beating Ranndy Orton with his own move. And now that little uppercut of his own. Dropping an elbow and now attacking the arm. Now the Miz is just hitting him with every maneuver possible. Deep arm drag from Ranndy Orton though, and oh no, hang on, RKO! RKO from out of nowhere and count to 1,000,000. That is how you do a proper RKO. And Ranndy Orton is your winner. What a match! And now Orton can say that he beat the guy that beat the United States champion, and by some logic that could entitle him to a future shot. Who knows? Depends on what Orton might want, or if his side is set on the Universal Championship. I guess we'll find out pretty soon as he conquers the Miz just a day after being a part of that grueling Money in the Bank ladder match. And speaking of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we here have Alexa Bliss, not your new Raw Women's Champion. She was unsuccessful in beating Becky Lynch, who is still your Women's Champion. But she put up some sort of a fight. She didn't quite get going. It seemed like something was missing. She lacked an edge. After ambushing Becky Lynch for so many weeks, I think she had angered Becky a little bit too much, and she paid dearly for it, as she was unable to barely get any offense in. She hit some of her big moves, but it was missing the Twisted Bliss that gave Becky the opportunity to sink in, to disarm her and tap Alexa out. And from one horsewoman to the other, tonight she faces the boss, Sasha Banks, with her best friend Bayley close behind. And if Alexa had a difficult time yesterday, she might have an even tougher one today, as she faces arguably one of the best technical women wrestlers, not just women, one of the best technical wrestlers, one of the most gifted wrestlers in today's industry, not just in the WWE but worldwide. So she has a mountain to climb. Can she manage to defeat Sasha Banks tonight? That is what we are trying to find out. And the referee sounds the bell, and this match is underway. Meets her with a forearm. Alexa starts off strong, but get back with a kick. And now a forearm of her own, and a forearm, and now they're just trading blows. They're trading forearms. Who flinches first? Sasha was almost down there. Alexa stumbles behind, and oh, that whiffed her nose. That could break it easily if that connects correctly. And now a drop kick. 5 feet of fury. She is pissed off from last night. We can see that in her face. She does not have that calculated look that she usually have. This is just anger. She lets her emotion run wild tonight, and now you can see it arrogantly pinning Sasha right there. And Sasha might be out, but oh, she barely manages to kick out at 2. That was a stronger right hand than I first imagined. And actually kick into the midsection as well. Forearm drops Sasha into the corner, blocks that, and now goes with the kicks down. Went Alexa. Sasha comes running, drop kick, beautiful. And Alexa is once again down. This echoes what we saw last night. Alexa had the early offense, but Becky Lynch managed to fight back in here, and now Sasha. Now Sasha's going to town. She goes outside, and she has some words with Bayley as they talk about what they want to do. And they talk about being tough. They talk about going for the right hand. That's what we can see. Sharing each other on, sharing some messages. And now Alexa Bliss was a little bit too close to the rope, still a little bit dazed from all the attacks, and now she just got anger from that, and that's 3/4 away over the ring. What is planning? Oh my God, she threw Sasha all that way. I can't believe it. Now into the armbar, Sasha might tap here. That could easily snap your arm. She rolls, or it looked like she rolled the wrong way though, but some punches like she talked about with Bayley straight into the jaw of Alexa. And now you can see again just that chokehold, and now STOs her down. She's angry. She is really angry, dropping the knee straight into the side of Sasha there. Targeting the ribs, probably a good idea when your finish maneuver is to Twisted Bliss. And now again dropping a forearm. These women go back and forth. Alexa wanting to prove that she is still worthy of Becky Lynch. And whomever walks out of SummerSlam, we know that Alexa wants an opportunity at that person. Might, even if it's Bayley, not Bayley, Becky or Charlotte Flair. Whoever wins at SummerSlam, you know that, well, Sasha as well. They might still be buddy old pals, every woman in the horsewomen. But championship gold is championship gold. Friendships be damned for that. And now Sasha is out to prove a point. She is out to prove that she is every bit as worthy of being #1 contender as Alexa was. As now she's on the top rope. We've seen that before. Huge splash. Squashes Alexa down to the ground. Now goes for the pin. This could be over right here, right now. A count of 2. A count of 4. No, that's only 2 8/16. Brings Alexa back up to her feet. And now a skull-crushing finale of her own. The Mist was not able to use it earlier. But Alexa, not Alexa, but Sasha got that in right now. And you know, we haven't really seen that much of Sasha and Bayley in this universe mode. We haven't seen what they are properly capable of doing. So this is kind of a prove-it match for Sasha, that she can still hang. And now Alexa with that insult to injury. We saw that last night, and now once again she goes up to the top rope. Twisted Bliss is incoming, and Sasha gets the knees up. Sasha got the knees up. And just like that, Alexa is in trouble once again. And Sasha rolls her up. Sasha rolls her up. 1, 2, and can Alexa kick out? No! Sasha rolls up for the victory. A sneaky win, but a tactical one at that. What a way to do it. Sasha Banks is your winner. Alexa can't believe it. She says that her shoulder was up. The referee needs glasses. What the hell was that? And I wonder the same. What the hell was that? And Sasha can just celebrate before it. Hang on. That's Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose? What an NXT women's superstar is here, and she's attacking Sasha Banks, making a statement like I ever seen before. What is this? What? This is uncalled for, and she brings her up and slams Sasha down. What a chicken wing gut wrench facebuster. Is that it? I don't know, but just looking over the carcass of Sasha, she doesn't know where she is. And now Bayley came running back trying to help her best friend. But there is Sonya Deville, another NXT superstar. And now Bayley is being treated to some martial art maneuvers, knees into the back. This woman has kickboxing background for days, and you can see that educated feet. And oh my god, that's vicious. She's punching a hole through the kidney of Bayley. What the hell? And now the bicycle kick kicks the head off of Bayley. And now, what is this all about? They must be aligned with Alexa. That must be what is it. And now they're moving towards the ring. Alexa just smiles. And here you have it. Alexa Bliss, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. Fire, desire, and fury are here in the WWE. This is pandemonium for the women's division. And speaking of pandemonium for the women's division, we welcome the women's champion, Becky Lynch. She has conquered them all. Every challenger lined up to defeat her ever since she won that belt has fallen at her hand. And now she has the next opponent set for SummerSlam. Charlotte Flair defeated Naomi in a grueling last woman standing match. If you haven't seen it, I repeat myself again, if you haven't seen it, go check out that match. One of my personal favorites from that pay-per-view. So to earn the opportunity to become #1 contender for Becky Lynch's Women's Championship. So here we stand yet again, with me still, your Women's Champion. The only difference now is that I don't have to await an ambush attack or throw down an open challenge in order to know my next opponent. And I'm not going to lie, ever since I got this belt, this is the one match I have always wanted. This is the match I hoped I would get. To get it at SummerSlam, no less. I can't say I could have asked for a better scenario. And I say this with no disrespect against my former opponents. You brought me to my limit. But this will be my toughest opponent yet. You see, me and Charlotte, we go way back. Back to our time in NXT, where Charlotte always got the better of me. Where Charlotte always was the superior one. But times have changed, and I'm no longer the weak girl you trampled upon back then. Now I am the man, and I made this my division, and I made this title must-see television. But yes, I am looking forward to facing one of my best friends. I am looking forward to proving that once and for all, I have stepped out of Charlotte's shadow. And I promise you that we will prove that we are regarded as two of the 4 horsewomen of this division. You better be ready. Becky Lynch is obviously fired up. And we will see what transpires in the following weeks, how we will get to SummerSlam, as the two of the best friends will face each other for the Women's Championship over at SummerSlam. But for right now, we have the main event of the evening, and it's a big one. We have Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose taking on the Good Brothers from Balor Club. If Owens and Ambrose win, they will face Finn Balor in a triple threat match next week for the Universal Championship. But can these two men coexist? These men have a mutual enemy. Enemy number one, Finn Balor. I mean, the Balor Club cost Kevin Owens the Money in the Bank briefcase that Dean Ambrose is holding. So he looks over with envy at him. But he also knows that Ambrose knows the danger of the Balor Club. And he has to be smart in order to cash in at the right time and be able to walk out with a championship. How he will get there? It's hard to tell what's going on in the mind of a lunatic. It's very hard to predict what Dean Ambrose is going to do in the following weeks, in the following months. When he will cash in, who knows? I don't feel like you said earlier, he don't even know. None of us know either. What we do know is that in just a couple of weeks really, these men right here have become the most dangerous people in WWE today. The Balor Club is here, and if you look, Finn Balor has done some changes to his Universal Championship belt. If that's not a statement that he will hold his belt forever, I don't know. And it's depicting the devil himself, the man, the persona he used in order to hospitalize Cesaro for unknown time. He will be out. I've heard anything from a couple of weeks to 9 months. So we here at the MPO Crusader's YouTube channel, we wish Cesaro speedy recovery and that he will be back in the ring and exact some vengeance on Finn really soon. As it will be Kevin Owens starting this match off against the machine gun himself, Carl Anderson. And they're just staring at each other. The hatred between these men is unpalpable. And now a right hand and an uppercut. A right hand and an uppercut. These guys are just trading, going back and forth with the right arms and the uppercuts. Neither of them giving an inch. Neither of them bowing down. They just go all day, all night. And they could be doing this. I don't think the fuel will be running out when it comes. They're just fueled by hatred for one another. The Bullet Club for Owens. Owens made sure that Luke Gallows was not in the Money in the Bank match when he defeated him in his 15th qualifying match. Owens had to defend this spot so many times, but Gallows was one of the people that got beat in Owens' quest in order to keep his spot in that match. And you can just see the bruises welling up in the face of Anderson already. And big boot, down goes Carl Anderson, and here comes Owens. Mr. Money in the Bank himself is now in the match, and he is just going to town on Anderson, and he attacks Owens back in. What a knee from Owens. Owens looked kind of confused there over at Ambrose. Almost giving him a look of, wait, we're doing this together, right? We're teaming up. We have a championship for both of us if we win here. It looks like Ambrose is in deep thoughts. As you can see, Ambrose is staring out of nothing right now. He doesn't really care about Owens at the moment. Probably planning, scheming something. We might see a cash in today if everything goes according to plan. As Finn Balor brought in a steel chair, and now Ambrose woke up from that. He now sees an opportunity, but quickly goes back into his million million-yard stare. And once again tried to drop him on top of the chair. But Owens got the knee up in the nick of time, but oh, too much damage done. He was too dazed, and a big underhanded jab from Gallows. Anderson though, he takes down Owens on the outside, drops him, and now here a lot of damage can be inflicted and probably will be inflicted as he puts him on the top rope, and the big boot from Gallows. What a vicious thing to be doing. And now they're just talking together. Gallows and Anderson try to double team Owens. Kick into the back of Owens was all. A hit into the back was all they got. And now, count of 5 if I heard correctly. Count of 6. Don't want to be counted out. If this is a count out draw, I'm guessing we will have the match as well. That's sort of a win for Ambrose and Owens. I don't really know. Oh, it rolls him up, but no, that's a probably little miscommunication from Finn and the rest of the Good Brothers, as the referee was too distracted to see that roll up. And side slam now, down went Owens. And then they have really managed to isolate Owens right now. Ambrose has been in this match for just a few seconds. And now, yet again, a bulldog down goes Gallows, and in comes Ambrose yet again. Now he has all the fuel you could imagine. And now he goes to town, jabs and a headbutt. And he actually walks him towards the corner of his Good Brother. Probably not the best idea I've ever heard, but when has Ambrose ever done the smart thing? And Ambrose, he rolls aside. He does not want anything to do with Gallows and Anderson at the moment. He just wants to attack Finn. He wants to send a message to the champ himself. He's not scared of Finn. And you can just see Anderson sort of a look of disbelief. He didn't want to get involved, as that could potentially cause a disqualification. And Ambrose's fixation of Finn was enough for Gallows to get the upper hand yet again. Ambrose is turned back and now brought into the corner. And we've seen this so many times, these double team maneuvers, quick and vicious attacks, and that big splash from the big man known as Luke Gallows. And you forget that these two men, the Good Brothers, they have been all over the world. They have won gold in New Japan, been one of the most vicious tag teams in the modern era, and now they are here in the WWE, and they are wreaking havoc like no one's business. They have run roughshod over everyone they have met in tag team competition, and remain, the Balor Club and the Good Brothers remain undefeated in tag team action. They lost some singles matches here and there, but not as a unit. So if Owens and Ambrose were to win today, that will be nothing short of an upset. And now Ambrose, speaking of upset, as he brings him in at a small package suplex, and as that hit, we will go into a quick commercial break. And we will just take a quick look at what happened earlier on today, as it was Nia Jax taking on Naomi with Tamina in Nia Jax's corner. And well, what else is there to say than Natalya got properly murdered. Just all out attack from Nia Jax, sending a statement. Samoan drop, and that was all she wrote. Natalya did not stand a chance. I think she got maybe 2 punches in, but Nia Jax, without breaking a sweat, managed to defeat Natalya. And inside the ring now, we see Carl Anderson building up some steam and dropping that boot straight into the forehead of Owens, busting him open. And now and Ambrose gets there in the nick of time to break up that pin attempt. Ambrose managed to tag in Owens, and Anderson did not like being that his pin attempt was broken up. So he sent Ambrose flying down, and now they could end it right here, right now with a cutter. But he got out in the nick of time, but now send it into the rope and pop up power bomb. Pop up power bomb just like that. Count of 2 and ow! A boot from Gallows hitting Owens breaks up that pin, and now Ambrose swinging that breaker. Down goes Anderson. As they are just talking, I don't know why they are up in the face of one another. Owens saying, "Stay out of it. I have this under control. I don't need your help at the moment. Deal with Gallows." And you can see that Ambrose tried to do that, but now back and forth they go in the ring. We started the match like this, and now we're back at it. These two men trading blows, going back and forth, sent with hard into the corner. Up on the shoulders now is Anderson being brought down. This could be it right now. The count of 2, count of no. That would have been something if that was enough. I mean, they had the match won with that pop-up powerbomb, but a boot from Gallows was just enough in order to for Anderson to get out of trouble there. And now that beautiful thrust kick into the midsection. Owens Carl Anderson wants him back up on his feet, turns him back to him. Probably not the wisest idea, because he comes running with a drop kick to the back of the head. And here comes Gallows, and Owens manages to rush in, and here comes Ambrose. Here comes Ambrose picking up full steam ahead. Down goes Gallows. Anderson is on the corner. Down goes Anderson with a punch into the face. Ambrose doesn't care anymore. He just runs around like a mad lad. Owens as well coming in there to attack Anderson that tried to do some cheap tricks. And now looks into the face of Gallows. Headbutts him, angers him, and now tags back in Owens. Owens was just being beaten up. And here he is again with a super kick. How he got his foot so high to be able to kick Gallows in the face, I do not really know. But Owens is back in the match. Ambrose has taken every opportunity I've had to get out of the match, it looks like. Probably some big plan of his to come in towards the end, sweep everyone, and just dirty deeds Gallows and Ascension into the next week. But a couple of big boots from Gallows might make sure that Owens never get back up on his feet again and never gets over to his corner. Whipped in now, Owens building up some big steam, brings him up. Oh, that's a heavy, tall drop from the sky. And now, that mandible claw on the shoulder of Owens. Owens is in huge trouble at the moment. But the thought of championship gold, the thought of finally getting his hand on Finn, of saying to The Rock, "Screw you and you're holding me down. I'll do it on my own. Give me one opportunity and I will make stuff happen." And that is exactly what he's trying to do at the moment. And that was blocking that big overhand punch into the face of Gallows, and now scoops him up and slams him down. Just looking at Gallows, he wants Ambrose look like taking a breather on the outside, just trying to think of what is best. Ambrose jumping now to give a little bit more space for Owens. Now Owens is not really sure what to do. He sends him flying, big boot of his own. We've seen that so many times. Now going over to tag Ambrose, but Ambrose jumping down. Ambrose is leaving. Ambrose is leaving Owens to his own. Owens looking on in disbelief and being met with that big boot, big super kick from Gallows. And this is not boding well. We've seen this before. They manhandle people using these moves right here. Up on the shoulder they go! And Magic Killer. And Magic Killer. And that is all she wrote. As Balor Club win by Ambrose betraying Owens' move. Dane! You talk a big game, but you know that you need to walk a bigger walk in order to get this belt. I hospitalized Cesaro in order to get this championship. Just imagine what will happen to the people trying to take it from me. I will be champion for as long as I want, which is why I made this custom championship belt. So when you decide to come running at the Prince, Dean, you better not miss. Huge words from the newly crowned Universal Champion. And that is all we have for today's episode. If you are excited for what will transpire next week on Raw or on SmackDown, please make sure to leave a like, share, favorite, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, remember that, guys. Take care. Bye.